I took on the insane challenge of beating a Pokémon Scarlet hardcore Nuzlocke using only shiny fire types, and let me tell you right now, if you're thinking about doing this challenge at home, don't. I'm a professional shiny hunter at this point, so unless you're unemployed and enjoy watching copious amounts of YouTube and anime like me, then I wouldn't mess around with the potential health risks. Well then, let's begin. So in Scarlet and Violet, Game Freak have continued the tradition of being total squares and the starters are shiny locked. But in this case, it's a great excuse to hunt for something a bit more unique. And the first hunt of the run was going to be Scorbunny. And I might have been lying to you all for a while now, because I think Scorbunny might actually be my favorite Pokemon, and not Bulbasaur. I mean, look at these plushes. So needless to say, I was super excited for this hunt, and I couldn't wait to get my hands on a shiny Scorbunny. Oh, let's go! Easy! I got my shiny Scorbunny. He's so freaking cute! Ah! Before I continue, I'd like to thank today's sponsor, Tokyo Treat and Sakurai Co. I know when I'm shiny hunting, I like to set myself up with some pretty great snacks. And while Western snacks are pretty cool, my favorite are definitely some Japanese snacks. And with today's sponsor, you can experience Japan from the comfort of your own home through these delicious snack boxes. Tokyo Treat is a monthly pop Japanese snack box. You'll get up to 20 of the latest, most exclusive, limited edition and seasonal flavored Japanese snacks that are only available in Japan. Some of these snacks are only available for a limited time, like the Strawberry King Cider, Peach Kit Kats, and this ramen. Or maybe the chill vibes of the Sakurai Co box is more your style. Sakurai Co is a monthly authentic Japanese snack box supporting local Japanese snack makers. Each box comes with 20 traditional and authentic Japanese snacks, including Japanese teas and special Japanese Tupperware, like this beautiful plate here. In Japan, spring is in the air, which means Sakura season is here. Tokyo Treat and Sakurai Co bring the beauty of the Sakura season right to your doorstep, so you can have your own Hanami picnic with their special Sakura themed snack boxes. The boxes aren't only filled with amazing Sakura themed snacks, but the boxes themselves celebrate the famous cherry blossoms with these beautiful designs. And some of my favorite snacks from these boxes include these Peach Kit Kats from the Tokyo Treat box. Also from the Tokyo Treat box were these absolutely delightful Sakurai Senpai, a crunchy salty snack that's actually made from real cherry blossom leaves. The Sakurai Co box also had this delicious cherry blossom tea, and coming from someone who doesn't enjoy tea normally, I was pleasantly surprised. Not to mention, this adorable plate is just to die for. They even come with booklets that give insight to Japanese living and celebrations, like this page that talks about the Dog Festival, or this one featuring Japanese art of the spring season. They also have facts about the snacks you get, including insights into their creation and allergy information. So don't miss out on this opportunity to experience the Sakura season in a fun and delicious way, and order through my links down in the description for your own exclusive taste of Japan. Thanks again to Tokyo Treat and Sakurai Co, and let's get back to the video. Before trading Socks over to this fire file, I did give him the Librio ability, which is much better than Blaze, I will admit, but also opens more avenues for more interesting strategies, so I thought I'd give it to him anyway, and needless to say, he blitzed through the early game, bringing us straight to Katie and her bug types. Before taking on Katie, I switched out Ember for Firefang because I just wasn't really confident in Ember being enough damage. And thanks to Firefang, I one-shot both Nimble and Tarantula, and then Teddy Ursa does survive an attack in the red, but one more quick attack the next turn finishes it off, and we've got our first badge. After this battle, Socks could evolve, but I wasn't ready to let go of my adorable little bunny, and watching a Scorbunny kick a gigantic crab monster is pretty entertaining. Sadly, they always grow up in the end as I let Socks evolve into Reboot, and because we waited, Socks now has Flame Charge, which is slightly weaker than Firefang, but it can't miss, and my RNG lately has been awful, so I didn't want to risk missing any important attacks. But no luck was needed to beat Brassius and his grass types, as Flame Charge flattens his first two Pokemon, but then the unthinkable happens. When he sends out Sudowoodo, it lives an attack and it goes for Rock Throw first turn. This has literally never happened to me before. It normally always goes for Trailblaze until it outspeeds. This is important because a crit might have killed Socks, but of course it didn't, so Socks lands the final blow, defeating Brassius and earning our second badge. But now I had 3 badges and only 1 shiny, so I think it's time we went looking for some more encounters. And I knew who my second target would be straight away, because Reboot isn't the only pants-loving fire-type Pokemon. I'm of course talking about Scovillain. If you don't know what I'm referring to, then you'll just have to wait and see. But now though, I need to find a shiny Capsakid. Now this shiny is different enough that I trusted myself to spot it if it spawned, especially in an outbreak, but due to Asado Desert's lighting, a lot of the times the normal Capsakids would appear a lot lighter, and thus this hunt became a battle. A battle against my own mind and self-doubt, sending me off the edge of sanity.
Oh, is that it? Oh, that's so it. Let's go. Yes. Look at him. He's so freaking dapper.
Pants joins the team, but I still need one more encounter to take on Team Star, and I wanted to do another special hunt. This time I was looking for shiny Charmander, because it would be disrespectful to leave out one of the most iconic fire shiny Pokemon. But this hunt had me in a comatose state by the end of it. I spent 4 long, boring days hatching Charmander eggs, and I'm not sure how many eggs I went through, but man, it was really starting to hurt. And it was 2 AM on a Wednesday morning, and I told myself I'd go to bed once I hatched my last egg. And I lost my mind when the last egg wasn't shiny. But the second last one was. Let's freaking go! Yes! Yes! Oh my god. Wait, was that the last egg of this batch? Oh my god, yes. No, it was the second last one. That's so much less dramatic, but look at it. Oh, let's freaking go, dude. Yes! Oh, I'm so happy. I really wanted to go to bed. And I was like, no, I'll finish these eggs. And there he is. Oh, that looked... I was sitting here and I was like, man, it'd be so sick, like content-wise, it'd be so sick if the last egg was the shiny. I'm gonna make sure I'm muted. I am, okay. I was gonna call my girlfriend and she's asleep, so I was just making sure I was muted. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, dude, this hunt took me 4 days, man. But we got it. We did it. But we'll hatch this last egg. I think that's short, like we could get double shiny, you know? Now, I did forget to nickname Charmander before sending him away, so we'll just call him Blazer. I then evolved Blazer into Charmeleon, and then Capsakid finally puts on his pants. Now that I've finally got 3 shinies, I can take on Giacomo. He leads with Pineyard, but a flamethrower from Pants knocks it out straight away. This brings out the Starmobile, and Pants gets 2 flamethrowers off before having to switch because his special defense was lowered by Metal Sound. So I bring in Blazer, who also gets hit by a Metal Sound, but lands a debuff of his own with Growl. And now it's time for Socks to come out, and he gets hit by a Snarl on the switch, then on the next turn gets hit by a Wicked Talk. Oh my god, that could have been really bad. And his high jump kick doesn't do enough damage to finish it off, so now I have to switch again. I bring Pants back out, and he just needs to survive this attack. Oh my lord, 4 must be my lucky number. But since Pants lived the attack, he can finish this battle off with 1 more flamethrower, and while 2 of my 3 team members were left half dead on a stretcher, this was the first of many star badges claimed. Ino is always a pretty tough battle, which led to me putting together a pretty scummy strategy. She leaves with Wattrel and I lead with Blazer, and then I press Smokescreen. A lot. Like a lot. And once Wattrel's accuracy was severely lowered, I bring in Pants, who sets up the Sun with Sunny Day, boosting his speed thanks to his Chlorophyll ability. And Growth now gives him +2 special attack, so I get to +6 and one-shot the Wattrel with Flamethrower. The Sun did run out while setting up, so Pants does need to tank an attack from Luxio, but from here, Pants outspeeds and flamethrowers his way through the rest of Ino's team, earning my 3rd badge. Next on the list was Mela, so I knew I needed a new encounter, and I decided to hunt for Carcol, and I was ready to sit here for hours, but on the first reset, this happened. With Crocs on the team, I'm ready to take on Mela. Wait, I forgot the bird. But this was a pretty easy Titan now that we were, pretty over leveled and we had Rock Terror with Crocs. So that's the second Titan badge earned. And screw it, since Earthworm is such an easy battle, I might as well go quickly pick up the third Titan badge as well. Now it's time to take on Mela. But honestly, it's a pretty easy battle with my new team member, as 2 power gems take out Torkoal. From here, I just spam more power gems until the Starmobile breaks down, earning my second Starfall badge. Next on the boss list was Kofu, the water type gym leader, who would be pretty scary if I didn't have Pants on the team. Especially with his grass terrestrial type, in combination with loaded dice to give Bullet Seeds high rolls, this battle should be pretty easy. Unfortunately though, his first Pokemon does outspeed and lands a super effective pluck, but Pants knocks it out with a barrage of Bullet Seeds. His Wugtrio also outspeeds and brings Pants dangerously low, but another Bullet Seed also takes it out, leaving Kofu with his ace. And it's finally a Pokemon Pants can outspeed, as a 4-hit Bullet Seed is more than enough to end the battle, and with that, Pants has single-handedly earned my 4th gym badge. With a good number of new badges collected, it was time for another shiny hunt. This time, it was a shiny that I've had my eyes on for a while. This time, Charcadet was my target, and I was getting super lucky as this was another very quick hunt. Wait, is that shiny? That's shiny, right? Hang on. Is that shiny? Oh, it is! Oh, that's sick. Ah, my foot! Oh. Oh, yeah, look at it. Yeah, oh, that's sick. Oh, okay. I saw the blue, but I thought that'd be a lot more noticeable. Man, my shiny hunts have been quick tonight. That was only like maybe 15 minutes. Get in the ball, you little... I would literally die for you. Tux then evolves into Armarouge, who is a bit less protected at all costs and a bit more dirty. With Tux all grown up and with the psychic typing, it was time to take on Atticus. I start the battle by setting up psychic terrain to block any incoming sucker punches, while also boosting my psychic type moves. Unfortunately, Skuntank is also a dark type, so I have to terrestrialize to boost Lava Plume, which does insane damage. Skuntank does badly poison Tux, but a held Petra Berry puts an end to that very quickly, and one more Lava Plume takes out Atticus's first Pokemon. Lava Plume then one-shots Reverum, and Psyshock also claims another one-shot on Muck, leaving Tux with the final boss. The Starmobile outspeeds and lands a Noxus Torque, which does about a third to Tux. Psyshock then does a clean 50%, but the psychic terrain has run out, so a second Psyshock misses out on the KO. And since Tux is low, I have to switch him out and bring in Crocs, who eats up a couple of attacks and ends the battle with 2 power gems. And that's the last Team Star badge for a while, so let's head back to the gym challenge. Before taking on Larry though, we have a new level cap of 36, and we have a few evolutions to go through. First is Socks, who evolves into Cinderace, and honestly this looks a lot better than I remember, so I'm actually pretty happy, though it will never replace Scorbunny. Next is the iconic shiny Charizard, who looks even better in this game compared to his last few 3D counterparts, though Gen 2 is still the best version. Last is Colossal, and I don't know, his toes and claws just seem extra emphasized and it kind of freaks me out. But still, having a tank on the team will come in handy. So now it's time to take on Larry, but with the power boost that is Cinderace, this battle was pretty easy, as High Jump Kick one-shots Kamola, and then one-shots to Dunsparce, which leaves Staraptor, so I terrestrialize into a fire type, just in case High Jump Kick doesn't one-shot. But this ends up being a waste of animation, as High Jump Kick claims its third one-shot. And badge 5 is in the case. Now, I think it's time for another shiny, and this time I was going for only the goodest little pupper. And man, I spent 5 hours full odd shiny hunting for Houndour, and then I had to spend another 2 hours just to find an outbreak.
Let's freaking go, dude. Yes. Little papa.
Wait, do I have Pokeballs? Let's freaking go. Dude, the hunt's been so quick this run. Kinda crazy that finding an outbreak took longer than finding the actual shiny, but hey, I can't complain. I quickly evolved Jeans into a Houndoom, and with my new Fire Dark type, it was time to take on Rhyme. I lead with Jeans and Blazer as Rhyme starts with Bayonet and Mimikyu. Blazer terastallizes and gets smacked by a Sucker Punch, but then retaliates with a Heat Wave which does over half to Bayonet and burns Mimikyu while also breaking its disguise. Jeans then sets up a Nasty Plot, boosting his special attack. On the next turn, Blazer is able to knock out Bayonet with Heat Wave but misses Mimikyu. Thankfully, Jeans finishes it off with a Dark Pulse. This brings out Rhyme's last two Pokemon, and Blazer almost gets a double knockout with Heat Wave, but both of them live with red HP. Though Jeans is able to take out Toxtricity with a Dark Pulse. Houndstone then does land a crit Play Rough, but a Dragon Breath on the next turn takes it out, and that's another pretty easy badge. Next on the list was the Earth Titan, but Blazer absolutely walls the Hunking Titan, so a combination of Air Slash and Razor Leaf from Arven is able to knock it out. And well, Tulip proves to be just as easy as Jeans is able to set up 3 Nasty Plots, getting to max special attack, and from here, Dark Pulse just tears through her whole team. Salazzle is one of the coolest Pokemon from Generation 7, not to mention its shiny form, but unfortunately, only female Salandits can evolve into Salazzle. And well, 87.5% of Salandits are male, so the chances of getting a female Salandit were low, but I was up for the challenge. Oh wait, is that it? That looks it, right? Oh please be female. That's it, right? I'm not coping. This isn't a copian moment. Female? Don't be a femboy?
Yes! Let's go!
Woo! At the end of the day, it is all skill. Stocking then evolves pretty quickly into her final form, and man, look at this shiny, it's so freaking cool. Unfortunately, we'll have to wait for a little bit to feature Stockings, but for now, it's time to take on Grusha. And well, it's Grusha, and he is rarely a challenge if you have any form of type advantage, so, you know, Pyro Ball just one-shots everything. No setup or cheeky strats needed. We're now in the endgame, and the boss rush begins. Starting us off is Ortega. He leads with Azumarill, and I lead with Pants, who sets up the Sun as Azumarill charms him. And with the Sun set up, Solar Beam one-shots it. Wigglytuff lives a Solar Beam and hits a nasty Play Rough, but a second Solar Beam is able to finish it off. Dashbun is third, but Pants is too low, so I switch him out for Blazer, who takes the enemy out with a couple of Air Slashes. This brings in his Starmobile, so I decide it's time to show off my newest shiny, so I bring in Stockings. But it confuses her, and she hits herself, and hits herself again, but surely not a third time. Well, that was pretty disappointing, and now Stockings is pretty low, so I have to bring in Tux, and with about 5 flamethrowers, I claim my second last star badge. And now it's time to claim the last sandwich by defeating the false dragon, and well, the Dondozo fight was pretty easy as 2 solar beams from Pants take it out, bringing out Tatsugiri. And while this was a bit tankier thanks to its dragon typing, a few solar beams from Pants and a final dragon breath from Blazer destroys the final Titan. And with the final Titan defeated, it's time for my final Team Star boss, Airy. And well, honestly, this was another easy battle. I set up Psychic Terrain, Coal Mine twice, and press Expanding Force, knocking out Toxicroak, Lucario, Cinnamon, and Hot Topic Primate. Her Starmobile has access to high horsepower, so I do have to bring in Blazer, who walls the Starmobile pretty hard, and with a few Air Slashes, I've claimed my final Team Star badge. And so far, I've managed to keep all of my shiny fire types alive, but that was about to change. Rika is first up, and I lead the battle with Pants, who sets up the sun. Then he gets to +2 with a sun boosted growth while dodging Wishcash's attacks. From here, one little seed knocks out Wishcash, and then second was Camerupt, who lives an attack thanks to Bullet Seed only hitting twice. Thankfully, it doesn't abuse the sun and goes for a yawn instead. This means Pants can finish it off, but falls asleep that same turn. Second is Rika's Dongfan, and Pants stays asleep as it hits a huge poison jab, but Pants then wakes up at the end of the turn, so I don't worry. How nice. This means I can take out Dongfan with Bullet Seed on the next turn. Dugtrio also falls to a Bullet Seed, leaving Rika with her ace Clodsire. So I bring in Blazer, and it took a while, but some Heatwave spam wins me my first Elite Four battle. Next was Poppy, who should be pretty easy to beat, so I wasn't worried. I slapped Blazer with a Choice Scarf and begun the slaughter. Flamethrower one-shots Cobraja, Bronzon, and Corviknight, but Magnezone lives thanks to Sturdy, and I do burn it, but it still gets a light screen off, which causes problems when Poppy sends out her ace, Tinkaton. And this little demon has Stone Edge, and I knew it would live an attack thanks to light screen, but I decided to fish for the crit, and well, Flamethrower does under half as Blazer dodges the attack. But I don't want to play around too much, so I decide to sack a Pokemon, and so I bring in Jeans. He lives, but Flamethrower isn't enough to KO, so a Play Rough claims the first death of the run. I bring in Socks, and Pyro Ball finishes off Poppy and wins me the battle, but not deathless. Third on the list was Larry, and for once this was an absolute sweep. I start with Stockings, who is ready to redeem herself as she sets up a nasty plot, and Tropius is kind enough to set up the sun for us. Stockings is able to get off a second nasty plot while shaking off an Air Slash. From here I Terrestrialize and one-shot Tropius, Staraptor, Oricorio, and Altaria could have been an issue, but Stockings was rocking that Dragon Pulse, which means another easy one-shot. Flamigo is last, and well, one more Flamethrower wins the battle. Stockings is hell-bent on redeeming her negative image by taking on Hazel. I set up Nasty Plot as Noivern cuts her health in half with Super Fang, but a +2 Dragon Pulse is now able to one-shot the Noivern. Dragalge is next and also gets one-shot, Haxorus gets one-shot, Falapple, funnily enough, gets one-shot, and last up was Baxcalibur, who lives on legit 1 HP. Like, look at that. And well, a Glaive Rush is more than enough to kill Stockings. In the end though, I think she more than redeemed herself, so with a heavy heart, I send in Socks, who is forced to avenge yet another fallen comrade, this time with a quick attack. This leaves me with the champion Getter. Tux is able to take out her lead Espathra with 2 Shadow Balls while dodging her attacks via Friendship. Second was Avalugg, and I thought it had Sturdy, so in an attempt to dodge an Earthquake, I bring in Blazer, but she went for Avalanche anyway, and it doesn't even have Sturdy, so I guess it didn't even matter. Next was King Gambit, so I stay in, but Blazer isn't able to one-shot it with Flamethrower, so it fires off a Stone Edge. But Blazer hangs on with 1 HP, which allows him to fire off one more attack, but not without causing a heart attack. Veluva is next, so I bring in Pants, who terrestrializes into a pure grass type and hits a 3-hit Bullet Seed, taking it out. Go-Goat is Getter's second last Pokemon, but 2 Flamethrowers easily deal with it. And well, this last bit is a tad goofy, as Gamora outspeeds but misses a Sludge Wave thanks to my shout, and I stay in because switching is dangerous, but then it misses a second Sludge Wave, and a second volley of Bullet Seeds is able to take it out. So with pure skill and nothing else, Geeta was defeated, leaving me with the last challenge of the run, Nimona. I start the final battle with our first shiny, Socks. High Jump Kick one-shots her Lycanroc. Second was Pawmort, but a second High Jump Kick one-shots it. The Dunsparce was third, but again, High Jump Kick one-shots. Earthworm is then yet another victim of the highest jumps kicks. Goodra is then the first Pokemon to live the attack, but it barely does any damage with Dragon Pulse, and a quick attack from Socks finishes it off. Last is Meowscarada, who terrestrializes, but hey, so do we as it tries to hit a Play Rough, but Socks is back to being a Fire type, so one last Pyro Ball ends the battle and the run. Socks, the absolute king, went sicko mode. In the end, I did lose 2 shiny Pokemon, who I'll be giving to my Discord, link should be down below. If you enjoyed this video, maybe check out the ones above. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy, and have a lovely day.